What's up, guys? Tex right here with a look at the new Storm Arena Street Fighter Alpha Dan, Nash, and Sagat figures coming from the Evo tournament that they had, the exclusives. I was able to grab them off Image Anime on that day. So excited! Like I love the fact that I can go online and grab them. Right place, right time. I think I ordered them. I think the last week of June. I think that's when they went up. So really, really cool to as you know on my channel, I'm just addicted to Storm Arena. I just can't help myself with these exclusives. I have all 6 Ken, the 5 Ryu. There's one more missing. This will be number 4 for Sagat, I believe. I did miss out on the Big Bad Toy Story version. I was so sad, but I have a new friend that hooked me up with one, so it's coming very soon. I think it's coming on sometime this week, so I cannot wait for that one. And then Dan, let's see, how many Dan do we have? This is going to be the 3rd version of Dan. So there's 3 more coming, and then this is the 3rd version of Nash, but S6D Strawberry something posted something on Facebook about another Nash that is coming, and he has I think, let's see here, reddish pants and a white vest. So I ordered that, so that's also coming. So I mean, God, it's a lot. So anyway, so as you can see, the only differences that these figures are compared to the original ones that I've done reviews on already are the colors. So we have Dan over here on this side in the yellow. Now Nash is kind of weird because his costume, and of course this is coming from the Street Fighter Alpha 3 costumes, his jacket is orange. I think it's a lighter orange than the original one. And his pants are like purplish, kind of similar to the other two, but different, you know what I mean? So it's kind of weird how they did that. Like, it's not like a dramatic color. It's kind of like a same color. You'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. And of course, Sagat, he has the yellow trunks, and I was very worried I was going to get that one because, the Sagats are very popular. Anyway, so as you can see now, the biggest issue, I think, in my opinion, with these is the box art, or the box. They didn't change the colors, and you mainly see it more on Dan because of course here he is yellow, and of course this is pink. This is the original color. So that's one thing that I am a little bothered with. I'm not sure why they did it like that, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and look at Dan real quick in the box. So here he is, looking cool. He has all the accessories just like the original ones. There is that other, he does have that crying and smiling face, not like the original one. That dorky look on him, and the different poses that he has. So that's not really too bad. You know what I mean? So really, really cool. And then we have Sagat looking really awesome in the yellow trunks with the green band. Looks really, really cool. And then of course here's the different poses. Now of course he does have the fireball effect and not the the kick effect. I think that was that in the original one or the white trunks one? I don't remember. And then we have Nash. Like I said, Nash for me, if I missed out on this one, I don't think, I have to be a completionist, right? But if I did miss out on this one, it would have been kind of okay because, like I said, the colors look similar to the other two. But yeah. And then here's the back of Nash, and he does come with his Sonic boomy thing, his version of Sonic Boom. So on the plane, I decided to play this on my Nintendo Switch. And I didn't realize how hard Nash was. I was like, dang, he's really, really hard. So yeah, let's anyway, so let's go and get these guys out of the packaging and get a closer look at the Evo exclusives of the Storm Arenas Nash, Dan, and Sagat figures. We'll be right back. All right, let's go and get Nash first out of the way. Well, not out of the way, but first, you know, because I mean, he's not. This version is not my favorite version. I mean, he looks cool, you know, and it took a while for this one to sell out on Image Anime. I noticed that it took about, I think, a day or two for it to sell out. So, not a lot of people were gonna grab this one compared to Sagat and Dan. But like I said, I'm a completist, and I have a feeling I already got another Nash coming in, and then so that'll be, how many Nashes is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be 4. So I need 2 more. Jesus Christ, this is, I'm telling you, this is a crazy addiction. I'm gonna be on that show addiction. I'm addicted to toys. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get a closer look. Of course, the colors. The thing that took me off is they look familiar. Like I was like, wait, what? Like it just looks like the same jacket from the first release, and then the same pants from the second release. And I'm like, what? Why did they do that? So they're based off the colors from the game, so probably that's what happened here. So let's go ahead and get a closer look. Here's his face sculpt. Of course, you've seen it before, you know. And I think I'm going to pose him without the glasses this time, just like that. You got this jacket here. Like I said, it's in the orange version. It looks exactly like the other one, but we'll look at those. We'll compare these in just a minute to see. His watch is looks like a purple. It does look purple rather than blue, so that's pretty cool. You got, telling you, ripped. And this does look funny here, but you can replace those. And if you want to take off his shirt or his vest, you know, you can pose him without that. Now, of course, here's the pants. And like I said, they look familiar to the second version, but I think this is a purple version more than a blue, because the other one was blue, like a dark navy blue. So, you know, and if you've seen these before, you got all the core articulation and all that. So I'm not really going to get into that. We are going to go into his things, and I'm just going to show you the pieces here rather than take them all out, because, you know, it's the same stuff. Here's his other head, you know, the yelling head. He's got the effects for the fireball, and then the different type of hands, open hands. He comes with 2 fists, 2 open hands, 2 grabbing hands, 2 piece hands. He does have the glasses up here, which I do not want to lose. So, and then of course, like I told you, you can replace the shoulders with that. So, you know, I just wanted to make it easier because I just feel, you know, I don't know, I just feel it's just too much. But anyway, let's go and get the other 2 Nashes out. Let's start with the second one. And like I said, like at first, you can tell the colors are much different. Here, this is like a blue, and that's more of a purple. So I was like relieved. Even the wristbands, you can tell, you know, that's a purple and that's a blue. So I was actually, I was relieved, because I thought, man, that's just kind of lazy for them to do it like that. But I guess that's how the game is. So, you know, and then, so let's scoot them over. Put this guy in the middle. And then here is the first version. And they do look similar, but I think this one's a lighter orange than that one. So, you know, it's not like these 2 different. Like I said, I really thought that this was the same color, but these 2 do look a lot similar. So, you know, it is what it is. And I did notice that the other version that's coming in, it has the white, it has the white jacket, and I think it's either blue, not blue, red or light red pants. So, you know, in terms of the skin tone, they do look all alike. I don't think I see any difference. I think maybe this one might be lighter. They look the same to me. They all look the same skin tone, because the other figures all have different skin tones. So I don't know. All right, so let's go and get Mr. Dan out. We'll be right back. All right, here's Dan out of the packaging, and I'm really liking this color. You know, unlike Charlie, you know, it's one whole different color, just like Ryu and Ken. So this one does really stand out. It's a really pretty yellow. And of course you got the pink, you know, wristbands and all that. So let's get a closer look. Here is the look the face that I put on him, the grinning one, which looks really good. And he has the yellow tie to match the suit there. Underneath is the black. I mean, you know, of course, if you have the other one, it's like the same thing, but a different color. So, and then of course, like I said, it was like kind of pinkish or light purple. I would say light purple. Yeah, that'd be light purple, not pink. On the wristband and the gloves. So, you know, really, I really like it. It's really nice. Like I like this color. Like it really pops. All right, let's go ahead and get the accessories. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with Charlie and just bring them out. You have the crying head sculpt, the head face, head sculpt, head, yeah, whatever, head, fireball, and then you have his other hands here. And the cool thing is that they did come with these other hands. I don't know if the other ones came with it or not. I don't remember, but it's a thumbs up hand, so that's really cool. Actually, I really like those. I'm gonna put those on him now. And the thing about these is that I not only do what I think they should do with these is not only if the head sculpt is different on them to make them stand out on the shelf, I think also even if the hands are different too, like you can do different things. So there's a lot of different hands with this guy that you can use for him. All right, see? Yeah, cool. I like that. All right, let me move this out of the way. A lot of figures. This has been a lot of figures. So let's go and look at the other the other version that I have. Here is the orange version, and of course he has the same thing on here. So you can, if you want to use those hands on here, you can, because it matches. There's a crying face on that. I always thought that's hilarious, you know. And then here is the first version. And he does have another head sculpt basic so that you can switch on this one. I'm not sure if these come off of the back of the head if you wanted to change. I don't know. I'm doing research. I don't want to pull it off, but meaning if I wanted to use like this head sculpt here and they could change the bandanas, I'm not sure if you can, or change the hair pieces. But you know, so here we are. I mean, there's so far just 3. I don't remember what the other colors are, but I'm sure they're going to be coming out very soon. So let's go ahead and get Mr. Sagat out. Sagat. All right, here's the star of the show, Mr. Sagat. One thing I was worried about is getting this guy. I mean, you know, I was a little antsy because, you know, things like cons and stuff, they sell out quickly. So I realized that at the Evo event, I think people are just playing video games and don't collect toys. So I was very glad that they didn't sell out of this stuff and I had to get it on eBay. So that's really cool. But for Sagat, man, he's so popular that, I mean, if you don't get him right away, you're gonna pay aftermarket prices. And that I think I did that with no, I got the white version off of AliExpress and it wasn't that expensive. I think the red orange trunks one, that was the most expensive one I bought. But this guy wasn't bad. But look at him, looking super cool. He's got the yellow trunks, then the blue wash on the white strap. So this one basically is the other version of the orange trunks one, and we'll do some comparison times there. But of course, if you've seen Sagat, you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. I mean, you know, got that scar here, nice abs, body. You know, I'm telling you, man, these guys definitely do steroids, right? Because I've never seen a person look like this before in person. Those yellow trunks look really nice. They really pop with that green. I really like that. And I think the final version is the green trunk version. So I don't know where that's going to be coming from. But, oh, man. Got those bulging legs, and like I said, there's a blue wash on those white straps on the feet and on the hands. So yeah, very excited to get the Big Bad Toy Story ones coming. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that guy hooked me up. I was a little worried. I was like, because I was at San Diego Comic Con and he wanted the Ninja Gaiden, and we didn't do an even exchange because, he was like, if you get me the Ninja Gaiden, I'll pay for that, but the accessory pack is the same price as Sagat. If you got a way to go to Comic Con and give me those, I'll pay for the Ninja Gaiden. I'll send you the Big Bad Toy Store Sagat. So he's on his way. Hopefully nothing happens. So let's pray. Funny thing how I pray for different things than other people. But anyway, so here's this version. Let's go ahead and look at his counterpart, which is, I thought, to me, some people say red. It looks orange, but this is basically the same figure. You have you even have the green the green band here. So, and just for shits and giggles, let's go ahead and get the other two out. Where's my favorite one so far, which is the white one. And I believe the one that's coming from the Toy Story is the same one as this one, I believe. So, we wait and see. And then here's the first player one, which is the yellow trunks. So, man, this is a lot. It's so funny. Just like Ryu and Ken, I'm just like, okay, where's next? So, and I told myself, man, I'm like, I'm just going to get the 8 figures, the main cast. Or no, the 12. I would say 12 because it's from the Street Fighter 2 of all these, of the 6 of them. And Dan and Nash just kind of fell into the realm, so I'm kind of like stuck. So I'm gonna need a bigger shelf for 6 versions of these figures. I know Jada. I've been grabbing all of their doubles too. So, and I recently got the Walmart exclusive. Man, that Walmart exclusive shipped super quick. Like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna open that or not. If I do, I'll talk about that. But I was surprised. I ordered that damn thing and it was already delivered the same day. And I was in San Diego. So anyway, so yeah, so these are all these guys here. Like I said, we're just waiting for the Big Bad Toy Story version to come in. They're definitely gonna do a review on that. And then also we'll be waiting on whatever special one that other Sagat will be. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, a lot of people complain about, or not complain, but they kind of upset that how Storm Collectibles is just doing all of these repaints and they're not jumping in and doing the figures. And I don't know. I mean, it takes time. Like, I think Storm Arena or Storm Collectibles, they've always took time with their figures. So why not release, these variants out to cash in? I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Of course, if you don't collect I can see why it's frustrating, but then again, you have to know the process. It takes a while. It doesn't, they don't come out that quick. Now, all right, here are my final thoughts on the Evo exclusives of the Storm Arena figures. Sagat, Dan, and Nash. Like I said, they're beautiful figures. I think Sagat and Dan go a little more further because of the different colors. Like I said, Nash, of course, Nash is a badass figure, but maybe if they had just some different colors that are not too similar. But like I said, it's all about the video game, so you can't really blame anyone about that. But pretty cool set. Unfortunately, these are not available anywhere unless you get them in the aftermarket. So they did sell out. It was kind of funny, though, when I went to San Diego Comic Con, I did find them. Some seller was selling them, and I was like, oh. So if I did miss out, I probably would have grabbed them there at the con. But I think Sagat was 120 and the other two were 100. So it would have been a little bit much more than I would have wanted to. But if I had to do that, that would have been a good choice. So there's a lot of options. So yeah, like I said, Storm Arena's killing it. With their figures. If these aren't for you, you don't have to worry about getting the variants. I like getting the variants. I mean, it would be easier if we got more figures quicker. A lot of people are saying they're not going to finish the line. I don't know. I mean, this is a lot of people like these, so they probably will. We got a few more coming out later this year and next year. Let's see, I think Chung Lee's next, and then what did I say? Chung Lee was next, and then Hakuma, and then Zangief, and I think Balrog will be the next one up. So yeah, very, very cool. Let me know what you think. Hopefully by the end of this week, or if not next week, we'll go ahead and get the Big Bad Toy Story Sagat reviewed, and then of course that other Nash that's coming in. So it just keeps going. Let me know what you guys think, and until next time, I'll see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen,
make sure you like, share, and subscribe.